Hey everybody, always Dizzy here. I'm going to start with puzzle streak of 41 before I play any games. I have a dog underneath me right now, so she just sighed. Yeah. First time. Hello, Mimzovich. Welcome to the stream. I want to take a sip of this, but it's still very hot. Okay, I'm going to start. I'm about 1 minute in. Let's go. So I have a hook mate, and we have a second hook mate, and we win the rook. We have a mate in one. We're in check. Hello, Jafar. So I don't think I want to go to e2 because this allows him to escape with my bishop. If I go king f1, I still am a little bit worried. Like how do we? Then I can take his bishop, I guess. I don't like that puzzle for what it's rated. We have a mate in two, I think. A very weird mate. Oh, it's not mate in two. But this should be winning. We can obviously, this is just mate in one. And mate in two. There's a fork here. He can then take our rook. Still, I think that's the best shot we have here. I will get the rook actually at the end. It's protected. We have a mate in two. I think it's a mate in two here. No, we win the queen. We are white. So this should work. There should be mate. We are black. Oh, it's just a mate in one. It is 9:14 p.m. I'm on the West Coast. We are white. Might be bishop b3. Threatening check to win the knight. I don't see what else it could be here. Okay. We have a check, king g7. Doesn't seem to do it. Which one, Mimzovich? We have a mate here. So I think it's check and then... Sorry. Yeah, check, king g7. Blah, 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 blah. Then it's knight f5. You thought I'm an AM. Yeah, no, other side of the world. I think it's knight f5. So check. King g7. Sorry. No, what am I even smoking? King g7. I can't focus here for some reason. Rook f8, king g7. Oh yeah, that's. It's so hard to get away from that. This bishop isn't going to do anything. I could start with the check. I don't see how that helps anything ever. So it's so hard to get away from rook f8. How does one get away from that? This is rated 1400 and I am stuck. Find the best move for white. I'm trying. Oh, my brain's not working here. Okay, why is this rated 1400? What would a 1400 rated player play? Are they just taking the bishop? Maybe they're just taking the bishop. They see a bishop, they take it. Maybe. And then we just survive the checks. Because we are threatening mate if we take on e6. And if rook a8, then there's mate here. Could we get one like that? Check, king g8. We're not making progress there. Yeah, so what if he goes rook a8 here? How come I can't figure this out? Why is it rated 1400? I'm kind of most perplexed by that. So rook f8, king g7, knight e6 is interesting. If king h6, it's almost made after rook f6, king h5. Oh, that's mate. Wow. Okay, I think we're making progress here. So I already forgot my first move, but rook f8, king g7, knight e6. He can't take here on h6 because of rook f6. And if king g6, I think it's the same thing. And then I can go rook f6 again. So I'm going to do this. That's underrated because players are just looking at the free bishop. Oh, no, wait. That wasn't the first move. So I don't know. I just couldn't conceptualize that one. So Mimzovich, who are you if you're in BC? Do I know you? Did you rename yourself or something? Okay, we are white. We are down 2 pawns and a knight, so we need something massive here. We need like a queen or a checkmate. Even if we win as rook, it's a battle. So I'm thinking about sacking the exchange, and that should be winning. I don't see why it wouldn't be. We are white. So we're down a pawn here. I could take on c7. And then trade and then take the knight. And then, yeah, I should be up a piece. That was a stupid puzzle because you had to figure it out. Okay, so here we have a check. No, I want to keep him away from h6, so I'm going to lead with knight f7. He has one legal move, and then we have a beautiful mate, knight f6, I think. So there should be mate here. We are white. Okay, it might be with these two squares. So I could threaten mate. If he blocks it, I have this check, and then I could, or maybe I just take the knight. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. Right. If he blocks with the bishop, I'm still going to be on his knight. Yeah, so it should just be queen g5. It should be. That was a dumb puzzle. Recently come into the BC tournament scene. I kind of stay up to date on it. I might have seen your name. I might have seen your name around. It might depend on the city. So this might be an idea. Might as well explore it. So, yeah, that's Korean, right? I think, yeah, you played in a recent tournament. You did well. I forget where that was. It might have. I don't know if that was Victoria. But I think you got like. I think you might have placed first or second in the tournament, and then your next one wasn't as good or something. Or I could be confusing you. But there's not too many Korean players here. Obviously, lots of Chinese, right? Chinese Canadian. Okay, so we have a check, and then we have a fork, right? And that should be forced. If he plays f5, then we have a discovery. Yeah, you played. Oh, yeah. So okay. Yeah. See, I told you. I'm on it. I'm on the BC scene, man. Yeah. Yeah. Did you play Nico Huang? He won, didn't he? Right? Nico. Okay, playing it. And we are white. Oh yeah, that was the carries. You're right. Okay, so what's going on here? We're down a rook. We could get one back. But I don't know. I feel like there's something else going on here. Why do I think that? Because what else could there possibly be going on? But that's what it feels like to me. Okay, I assume we're taking the rook then, and then maybe f5. So rook h1 and then f5. If he takes on f3, that's an interesting question. Could I go check? Did that do anything? Nope. Maybe if you go through, then I have queen h2. Okay, so I'm going to take. Then I think I have queen h2 here. Okay, moving on. There's a discovery here. Can't we just go straight for that discovery? He has a check. It's no big deal. Okay, we have a check here. And then, so it's a mate in 2. Can I take? take. I don't know. That's my instinct here. Then we have a check. He has to go back and then check. No. Okay. So boom, boom, boom. King E7. Then I can't get. Can't get a bishop c5 in there. I don't know. I keep looking at this though. Keep looking at this. How could you not look at it? King e7. Oh, please don't suggest moves. I didn't see exactly what you wrote, but yeah, because I try to do this on myself. So you can say something like, I think I see it. Something like that. Or I see it. So, but I don't know. It's just my instinct. Just my instinct. King e7. Can I let him take on c5 here? Genchanayo. Yeah, can I let him do that? I don't think so. So we can look at taking on d7. And then I guess that's good enough. We'll win the exchange. I don't know. I find this a lame puzzle. Should be geometry here. Or just check and take the rook. Oh, wait. I thought we had a rook. We don't have a rook. But we're up 2 pawns. 3 pawns. So it should just be queen a7. Is there a perpetual, though? Could take... No, I'm on... No, I'm on here. It should be good. And... yeah, you'd think it would be taking. This is kind of a silly... I'm doing these... I'm really slow today on the puzzles. But I'm rusty. Yeah, so king e2. I don't see the problem. I'm taking it. It was a stupid puzzle. Okay, there's a free bishop. But first we have to take the rook. And then we take the bishop. Although I am down a piece, but I'm up 2 pawns. So this will be good. And exposed king, but probably his queen is trapped. Somehow. Wonder if I could do something slow like this. Or maybe I just take and then rook a8. That's probably it. Okay. So, can't I just take on c7, c6? Because the bishop covers d1. So takes, right? And everybody's happy. Well, I'm happy. Okay. We are white. King d6, king e6. We have the... Well, I think blacks and Zug's wrong here. If he pushes the pawn, then I can just take it. And if he pushes the f pawn, I can take it with check, and I'm going to roll up. Only other move to consider is king g7. And then I follow suit. And then if he pushes, then I have... here, it has to be good. Yeah, so here we are taking. And then you have to go king e7. Okay, we are white. Can I check? Check. Oh, yeah, do the fork, eh? Just check here. Okay. And we are white. Can I push? The $1,000,000 question. I don't know. Ooh, boy. Feels like we can push. If he, I don't know, moves somewhere, I should be able to just play C7. That should be good. So I think the most challenging line is for black to take on D6. Where is everybody tonight? Dead stream tonight. Longest streak? Well, I stop at 41, so I don't go beyond 41. So 41. So C7, if he takes the bishop, then we have Dvoretsky pawns. So I do like it. And then here I was just going to keep pushing. Okay, 33. We are black. Is this... Can I go here? Yeah, it should be rook E1. Just verifying now. Should be good. And, probably we want to take E6. He can then get this pawn, but I'm up a bishop. You know, I can get this one. It's still a lot of work, but that should be winning. We are white. So there's this threat of rook F7, but he's still going to be a little slow. I'm curious about rook B1. Or maybe even pushing. It's interesting. Interesting. Okay, so let's say rook B1. And let's just say king D4. Let's just say that. Sorry, you can't do that. Yeah, so rook B1. Why 41? Because it used to be 40. And then before that, it used to be 39. I increase it when I start averaging them at around like 19 minutes or so. So rook B1. And yeah, so if he goes for some reason king D5, then then I don't know actually. So that could be wrong. Whoops, didn't mean to click that. That's why pushing is interesting. So if I push and then he moves the king here, he's in trouble because I give a check and then I'm promoting. So I think it might be C2. Same thing here, then I give a check. So I think it's C2. Only other move to consider is if he goes rook C7. But I think I just go king G8. And then if king F6, he's still, well, then he's threatening perpetual. So C2, rook F7, and then I was going to say king G8. I mean, king G8, king F6, and there he's threatening perpetual. So let's just say rook H1. Ooh, rook H1, and then rook G7 check. Yeah, how do we escape perpet there? King F8. Check again on. And then do we have time for king E1? Or sorry, king E8 and then king D8 and then B7. No, because then I can take. This I think is. Well, no, I can't take because king is here. So after b7, then I can promote with check. Wow. This is so underrated, I think. It should be like 20 to 300. So we're pushing. We go back. Yeah, and it should keep going. That's underrated as hell. That required a lot of. Yeah, that should be like 2,300, 2,400, I think. That's what I think. Am I right? I don't know. That's what I think. So let's kick him off the H file. Then we can give a check. And he has to go king f8. And then I'm picking up the rook. Okay, we are white. So we're down a pawn. How about here? And then I'm hitting the knight. Bishop b6. He can't threaten my queen here. If he threatens my rook, then I'm taking the knight and protecting. Okay, 37. Doing pretty well. A little slow, 26 minutes in. Yeah, sometimes I think I'm the wrong color too. I hate it when that happens. Okay, so we're down. No, we're up a pawn. Let's just look at, this is the most forcing line. Oh, there we go. There's the geometry. So we have to give the check first. And take. Okay, we are black. That's why I always say what color I am first. That's why I always say that. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, equal material. This is a annoying position. Okay. Yes, probably. So I think we're taking on c3. Not sure which way we start. Maybe it was the bishop so that the knight can recapture and hit the queen. So I don't see, he probably has to recapture. Possibly he could take here. That would be one vote for starting with the knight, because he would have to recapture. Actually, it might be that, and then we have check here. Oh no, then he has queen f3 though. Hello, amateur shock. So yeah, it almost works that we can start with the knight. This doesn't change anything. But yeah, it takes, and then queen e4. But he's got rook queen f3, probably rook f3 as well. Or does he? No, then I can take the knight. Oh, that might be it. It might be knight c3. If bc, queen e4 check. If queen f3, then bishop f4. And if he takes here, we have rook e4. I think we're okay there. I don't think he has anything else other than retaking the knight, but I'm just making sure. I mean, there's a check here, but honestly, that's a problem. I mean, I can't take it because there's this discovery. There's a lot going on here. It's very annoying. Boom, boom. I already forgot what I was looking at. Oh, no, I was looking at this. Yeah, I wonder if he's got rook f5 there, or knight f5. Maybe I can just move the king, because he still has two pieces. Maybe I can just go king g8. That's looking scary, though. King g8. Yeah, maybe I can do that. I think I'm going to take here. I don't know. This is an extremely, actually, difficult position, and then knight, yeah, knight e4. What if he does block with? Yeah, I'm still taking here. Okay, I think that works. Ooh, okay, knight g6. I didn't expect that. Should be able to just go bishop takes. Why not queen takes? Well, this looks a little scary, but yeah, maybe I can just take with a king. Interesting. Is there a reason I can't take with the bishop? Oh, I got to refute one of them. Oh, I take the queen. We need the queen. And then I take on f8? No. Zug. Is it even good, though, because he can attack my knight? Oh man, this puzzle is ridiculously hard. Every step of the way, it's like a new puzzle. Hello, Frederico. I'm not bad. How about you? My allergies have been absolutely terrible today. I don't know. My instinct is 93, right? But again, I don't know what I'm doing after he attacks my knight. I could then take the rook. Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, and then 39. We are down a piece. Okay, do I have rook c8? I might have rook c8, which is insane. If he goes rook c1, I can still take on I think it's rook c8. Yeah, and then we go check. And last one. And the time was not bad, actually. Well, depends how long I spent on this one. So, is there a world where this ever... oh my god, could this be a thing? Could this be a thing? I don't think so. Shouldn't be a thing. It's almost a thing. Okay. Next up. Let's look at this. If he takes with a queen, then I think we're winning here. Queen h3. And then after queen h2. Oh, I thought I could move this bishop and pin, though. Okay, so maybe I'm just overthinking it. Let's take his queen. Yeah, let's look at this. Or take. Oh wow, she's. I have a dog underneath my desk by my feet, and she's dreaming and crying in her sleep. Haven't seen her do that yet. Okay, sorry, losing my focus. So rook g3, rook h5. And then this bishop is no longer pinned. Then I can give a check. Obviously, if he blocks with a rook, I'm taking it, and I'm up a piece. So king h2 is forced. But he's okay there, is he not? Yeah, I don't think that's it. Okay, so we keep brute forcing it. If we take on g5, he could take my rook though. It's hard when there's so many possibilities. Okay, let's look at. I forget if I looked at rook g1, but he needs to take it in some capacity. Otherwise, I'm just taking another piece. So if he takes it with the king, then that's end of story there. There's nothing for me. So that's out. I'm not going about this in an an efficient manner. Now the closest I'm seeing so far is taking on g3. That's the closest I'm seeing. Oh, and then I can just take on h5. Man. No, I can't, because then he takes here. Oh, I'm so... Okay, so bing, bang. Then I take, and then I take. Oh, it's so easy. I don't know why that caused me so much grief. Okay, I'm done. I'm going to get one wrong on purpose now. Sorry, that last one was really bad. Like, it was so simple, but I'm old. What are you going to do? So that took me just under 36 minutes. A little slow. Not the worst. Not the worst. But could have been better. I'm going to play a game now since the warm-up is done. 8 viewers now. Okay, I haven't played in a couple of days, so I've been busy. I'm very old. I'm older than people think. Okay, so we have a 2105 opponent, established account. And the elephant gambit. Haven't seen this in a while. We need to remember. Hello, Prook. I don't know how to say your name. I think both d3 and knight c3 are fine here. So let's play one of them before we flag. We're not going to try to keep this pawn. I think we take on e4. And then we always have bishop e3 as defense, I think. So d4, bishop e3. By the time he gets rook e8 in. Yeah, so even here I think we're playing d4. I think that's right. Could be something else, but I don't want to get too low on the clock. Can I review your ID? What do you mean your ID? I'm not sure what that means. I'm not a bouncer. Okay, so we got castles. There's c4. There's bishop e3. I don't love... I don't know. Is my queen supposed to be on e2 this long? I don't know if it is. I might have screwed up a little bit with like the last move or two. Okay. I presume I'm going to castle queen side. It's not too late for me to castle king side, but I think I'm castling queen side. So I could go b3. I could go bishop d2. I guess I'm going bishop d2. I'm very unsure about this though. I do wonder if I misplayed this. I don't know how I could have misplayed it though. The d4 is the only thing I'm not sure about. Okay. So castle, there's f5 and I'm screwed. Am I screwed though? Do I need to get off of this? Off of this? I'm trying to speak here. Maybe I'm okay. If he does play f5, and let's say I go knight c3 or something, and then, I don't know, bishop somewhere, he doesn't... I think I can castle. It's scary though. I hate being lined up like this with a king or a queen against a rook. That's never comfortable. 14 viewers now. I ate 17 Timbits for dinner. And Well, man, donuts are really not healthy. I mean, they have so much sugar and fat and calories in them. I think they're one of the most unhealthiest foods. Um, because like there's junk food where it's high in sugar. There's junk food where it's high in fat. There's junk food where it's high in salt. Sometimes there's two of those. Often there's two of those. But donuts, super high calories, super high fat, super high sugar. There's and they're actually salty too. Donuts, because any bread is salty. Okay. Anyways, no, but I don't think the donuts are worth how unhealthy they are. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, pizza is less unhealthy than donuts, and I'd rather have pizza than donuts. It's not worth yeah. Okay, so I got to focus here. So I'm playing chess. So knight g3. He's got a discovery somewhere. So he's trying to take away this square from one of those discoveries already. I don't know if I want to play that game. I don't like this discovery. I mean, I could maybe go 95, f6, and do something, but I think I really want to get the queen. Maybe I can go here. I am hitting b7. I could also maybe go to c4. Oh, wait, I'm dropping this knight. God. Although, is this a thing? No, he moves the knight. So this is just extremely awkward for me, and I'm really losing focus here. I have no. I mean, I think I have to play knight g3. It might be game over. Yikes! That went quick. I mean, I always have queen c4, but maybe queen b5. But I don't know where I went wrong. The only thing I can think of is the d4 move. And I still, like, d4 should have been okay. So that means my position now should be okay. But maybe it's okay, but it's not comfortable. I'm very uncomfortable here. But yeah, donuts have, I mean, there's some other foods like that too, where it's like super unhealthy and it's not even really worth it. Okay. Yeah, so I've got 95 again. But there's stuff like knight d7. I have a chance to get out of this annoying discovery, and maybe I should. I do have queen b4 now and queen c5. Maybe it's worth it. Right? Because maybe we go here. Because I'm going to play it. Because this is a real threat. It's a real threat. It's obviously very caveman direct approach, but how do you deal with it? B6 is weakening of your light squares. Come in here. Yeah, so b6. I could go king b1. Always safe to do. Is this an idea? 95 again. a6. And then this here, queen b3 should be okay. It's a little scary though. This might be scary, bishop f6, but then I might have knight here. No, I don't want to do that. So I think I want to get the king safe first. Possibly bishop d3, but if he hits me here, I don't like that. So let's go let's get the king safe. And then maybe bishop d3. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the third rank. So this helps me play bishop d3. Knight c6 seems to, yeah, make sense. So bishop d3's got knight a5. I'll probably take that. It's not the greatest bishop for me anyways. I do have knight e5 again, and I could transform my pawns there. It's not the worst move. Not the worst move. Playable for sure. So there's knight e5 and there's bishop d3. Both look perfectly fine. So how do I choose between those? Well, honestly, I think I'm going to go bishop d3 because, well, we connected rooks. So let's do that. And I will take on a5. Don't really have much choice. I might have queen a4. But, yeah, I think I would have queen a4 there. But I would just take it and try to survive that. Take. And then, do I want to take on g6 or come in here? I think I want to come in here. So there's bishop f6 again. Okay, I'm going to do it though. Bishop f6, I might go rook h e1. Maybe I would take on g6. And then f3. Yeah, it's not the worst. Could even keep this knight here and take with the bishop. That's interesting, actually. He's got f6, but still kind of interesting. Ooh. Okay, I'm pretty low on the clock. Ooh. Mimzovic, you're going to play in that BC day? Are you in? I think you're in Victoria. Oh. Are you in Victoria? You know, that BC Day tournament in August. Yeah, I've lost my focus here over the past minute. I'm not sure what he's thinking of. Okay, so let's get some moves in line. If he goes rook b8, I only have one. Like I say, I've got two squares to go to. Okay, yeah, so I was expecting this. So, yeah, let's take that, and then maybe f3 or c3. Okay, let's get that taken care of. c3. If this knight moves, we can take on g6. That's kind of nice thing to have. If rook b8, he might play rook b8. Rook b8 is probably what needs to be played. So I don't know if I go to c2 or a4. Oh, what is it? Port Coquitlam? Okay. Yeah, that made sense. So I could go to c2 or a4. a4, c6, drop c6. But then this becomes okay. This is actually getting pretty scary. We don't want to go to a4 because this, I think, would have lost my queen. That very nearly happened. I think I'm in some real trouble here, though. I mean, his bishop sucks. And I thought the knight, okay, maybe I'm okay, but it's easy to not be okay here. If he pushes these pawns, I might go a3. It's extremely uncomfortable, but what are you going to do about it? He can't really do anything about it. Okay, so I can offer a rook trade here. Let's do it with this one. Oh, he wants to come here. Annoying. Okay, let's bring in... Oh, God. So if he does do this, what am I playing? b3 and then a4? I'm getting low on the clock. Boom, boom. b3. Can I go a4 and then b3? No, I don't have time. Oh, how do I deal with this? King a1. Oh, that is ugly. Okay, I'm going rook b1. So passive. Is this a move? No. Okay, I went passive there, but I think it might have been the right call. So the thing is, he can only attack for so long, because I don't think his c pawn harms me much, nor his a pawns. And yeah, so he brings in more firepower. We're going to bring in the knight. I've got h4, but it's very slow. Okay, I'm going to play it though. Is this a move? I don't think so. Yeah, so he pushes the a pawn. I think I'm okay. So he made maybe f5. That's got to be a decent move. So okay, so f5 now. Okay. I might go knight c5 because I've got h7 now. If these pawns were out of the way, I could sack the rook. That's winning, because then check, that's mate. If these pawns were, but that's going to be so obvious if I push these pawns. But that's mate. That would be mate, but it's like 4 or 5 moves away. If I bring in the other rook, then there's f6. Or g6 even. That's why we need the rook to go to h8 here. Yeah, so I'm thinking knight c5. Takes and then check. Oh, wait, this is a bishop. Oh, crap. I need this to be a naked queen. Thinking about sacking stuff here. Okay, let's just keep that there. Pre-move. Okay, now my queen's a little bit closer. A little bit closer. I still have to watch out for bishop a3. b3. It gets tight. Do I want to trade? No, this is pretty strong, right? That's a real threat. So we're going to do that. Don't think he's going to take on b2. Okay, so rook h6, I guess. He doesn't for some reason. I could trade queens here, but I could almost go there. Okay, let's do this. Do I want to trade queens? Yeah, I'm going to trade queens here. He's got a little bit too much firepower for my liking, and then I'm going to try to flag him because he spent a lot of time there. We're going to go after the A pawn. I'm going to tuck that. I was thinking knight c5, but it's a little risky. And he should be flagging here soon. Let's not give him any play. There's a fork here too, possibly. But let's just grab that. Try not to blunder. And we're going to keep the integrity. I want to keep these pawns covered. And hit his c pawn here. Deal with that. And then let's actually cover the h file. I don't want his king escaping. And then I'm going to try to harass him like this. And I'm going to keep pushing my pawn. He's coming up quick. Okay, push. Check. I'm surprised it's not mate yet. There you go. Okay, that went well, but it seemed like a 10-hour game. That seemed like a 10-hour game. Thank you, Mims. I think what was key was playing king a1, rook b1, which who the hell wants to do that? It was so passive. The most passive 2 moves ever. But I think it had to be done. And I think that was key. Passive but massive. I think that was key. And yeah, like the doubling of the A pawns and then his isolated C pawn, really bad attacking pieces. Yes, he gets the open B file, but these pawns are really, really terrible at attacking in that structure. So that diminished his attack a bit. Let's take a look at that from the beginning with no engine and then with the engine. So we had the elephant gambit, and yeah, I think you can play d3 or knight c3 here. And I think this is all correct. And then I wasn't sure about d4, but d4 has to be good. It has to be right. But I ended up uncomfortable. Could it be c4? Oh, maybe c4. I bet you it's c4. I probably have this in my notes. c4 and then d4. That's probably c4. Right? c4, knight f6, d4. But then again, if I'm casting queenside, I don't know. So I'll look at that later. Maybe it's c4 here. I don't know. But bishop d2, maybe that was wrong. But what else am I playing here? c4 again? I mean, I'll look at this later. I think it might be c4 though, but okay. And then we got this position, which was so uncomfortable with my queen in the middle, and played king b1 just to be safe. And yeah, so gave black the bishop pair. But I think, obviously long term, this is going to hurt black. And I think so. This was a really good move, rook e6, but yeah, we had king a1. I actually wonder now. No, that's still fine. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, I think it might just be scarier than it looks, but I don't think he should have played knight f4 though. Because, by the way, I didn't even see that he was hitting g2. Well, I guess where else am I going? But I just moved the rook back. I didn't see that he was actually hitting g2. I don't think this is a good move, though. I think he needs to keep focusing on my king. Like, this isn't quite a threat because he's not really threatening to take anything. Yeah, I think I'm just safe here. I think these pawns just don't cut it. They just don't cut it. If we flip the board, yeah, they just don't cut it. You can't you can't attack with such pawns. So, yeah, good for you. You get the open B file, and the funny thing is that these pawns probably hinder black more than it helps him. Because if these were all gone, it's easier for him to attack. So those are just like really like the worst pawns to attack with. And then we were both in time trouble here. I just simplified because I'm up a pawn and my pawns are way better. And then just kept it simple. And yeah, went in for the finish. So look at that with the engine. I'm only curious about the opening. Oh boy, there was a blunder. Queen h3 was a blunder. We'll look at. Oh my God, there were two huge blunders. Oh God. Okay, so the opening is what I'm curious about here. It was c4. It was c4. It rang a bell once I looked at it after, because d4 is not so. I shouldn't have felt so uncomfortable there. It is c4. Yeah, d4 is bad here. It's c4. Yeah, so if knight f6, actually this is winning here because of the g takes. So black, I guess, needs to go to b4 or b6. I'm assuming most people play knight b6. And then just d4. And where are we castling here? Where does the computer want to castle? What's the idea? How do we get this queen out of the way? It's saying knight c3 or bishop e3. I don't know if they transpose. I don't think they necessarily transpose. So knight c3 on its own is a little weird. Okay, and then let's say it doesn't like bishop f5, but I can see that. I mean, that's a natural move. And then c5, this knight is already misplaced. Okay, so if they take care of that, can I still just play c5 here? No, because then now he's supporting d5. That was the point. Okay. And then, so I'm just trying to see how the computer wants to proceed here. D5 or queen e4. I'm not sure which I prefer. Yeah, I don't know. It's not super obvious. What if we did play queen e4 and then... So we give up a pawn. What's the computer doing here? We take b7? So it's not so straightforward, the continuation. But c4 is the best move. Yeah, just grabbing more central space. Okay. So, but this is okay for white. It's just not nearly as good. And this was all good. Here the computer prefers... So I played king b1. It does want to go knight e5. I didn't want to screw around with my king a little exposed. But yeah, the computer prefers other moves. I don't really care about that too much. This is all good. It did not like... It says that this is a blunder. It wants to take with the bishop, keep this knight, and then put a rook on e1. Because it is a good knight. So what if he does trade it off? Oh, and then there's troubles here, and then we have c4. Yeah, the computer likes e5 knight. Huh, jeez. But it's okay to like the e5 knight, but I'm surprised at 200 cent pawn difference. Like, that's what surprises me. You know, I like from +2 to equal. That's crazy. I mean, that's a big eval shift. Yeah, so it wants to take with the bishop or rook he1. And then if bishop takes e5, again, this is weak. So he can't really take it. And let's just say he... The thing is, black doesn't really have any useful moves. Because let's say rook b8. What the hell? It's saying bishop g6. Because this is strong enough now? I guess mathematically it is. Jeez, I don't know. Okay. But yeah, really like that e5 knight. Moving on though, because I don't want to keep looking at that. It didn't like c3 because of rook b8. It's saying that I'm just losing here. Completely losing now. There's still knight c3. Oh my god, he can still play it. I didn't play queen a4 because I saw knight c3. But what's crazy is here, he can still do it. Because there's bishop d4. It's an x-ray on b2. Right? So that's insane. And even after these trades here, you might think it would be... You'd think it would be a closer to equal here, wouldn't you? I'm totally misreading these positions because we have a rook and 2 minors for the queen. But it's something about the positioning. I can't believe it's minus 4.5 here. And there's like every move is good for black, but it likes queen e5. Don't know where we go. I can't believe this is -5. We have nowhere to run, but how does he kill us here? Oh boy, the dog is licking my feet under the desk. I think she wants to go to bed. I don't know. This is I'm really misreading the situation. It doesn't look so easy for black. Oh, but and then here rook e6. I guess I don't know. Wow, that's crazy. I would have if I had like a 5-second time to evaluate the position, I would have thought that white is a little bit better. Would have been hard to play, but okay. So that's surprising to me. So here I'm already in trouble though, because I can't stop knight takes c3. So the mistake was c3. Any other move would have been better. Computers like knight e4. Any other move. Okay, so what if I did make any other move? What if I played bishop e4? Can he still just go rook b8? Oh, sorry. Well, I'm hitting it. Okay. So let's say I made a more passive move like queen a3. Okay, I don't know. I'm just a little surprised that it fell. Like I was just completely losing so quickly like that. That's just crazy to me. Okay, so moving on. He blundered with rook e6, which I thought was good. But yeah, he had knight takes c3 here. But that's hard to evaluate that final position, honestly. And then he blundered here with queen d7. We were both a little short in time here. C5 is best. Yeah, it makes total sense. You trade off a weakness for a strength. You improve the bishop. You improve the c file for black. Yeah, this was strange. I don't know what he was doing here. That was a strange move. And then this was all good. And then I blundered here with queen h3. Because, yeah, I did see rook h6 after. I didn't think this was completely losing, though. Oh, but there's bishop d6. I can't save it. That's stupid. Or do I have c4? Oh, no, it's because bishop a3 now. Oh, man, how quickly that changed. How does that work? Because why can't... Isn't he threatening bishop a3 right away? Like if I go g3 here... Well, my queen is under attack. So let's say I just move my queen. Yeah, he is threatening bishop a3, but I guess I had a lot of ways to deal with it. Yeah, c4 hitting his queen, knight c5 blocking. So it's suggesting this. The h file is too weak. Sorry, this is actually not right. Yes, sorry, start with the check. Okay, I don't know. I'm going to play another one. That was pretty complicated. Like, there were a lot of lessons. They were all tactical. Okay, playing at 2203 from India. P. Sora. Am I on the right screen? Yes, I am. But I didn't really love that. Okay, ooh, this is like the deferred Steinitz, I think. Kind of over. Okay, I think I'm playing d4 here now. Yeah. And I do believe we're taking immediately. I'll only take if he provokes me. And he's going to cast. Okay, so can't I go bishop g5? Maybe I don't have time for that. So, Okay, we're taking that knight. Giving up our beautiful bishop. Is there a c5? No, I can take. I have a lifeline back. I think I can do this. And he wants an endgame. He will have a bishop against a knight, but his pawns will be weakened. Could even sack a pawn, but okay. So he wants an endgame. He's high rated. He says he's going to outplay me in the endgame. He does have a bishop. Is that enough for his weakened pawns? We will see. Where do we want this knight? I think I want it on d2. Let's not overthink this position because it doesn't really need much thinking. I can go f3 and then king f2. I don't know if I want to do that. What about f4? Is that over pushing? Is that too much? Okay, let's not overthink it. And yeah, he's trying to provoke me to play g3 at some point. Wait, did he have this last move? Oh, we both missed bishop h3. I guess I had rook f2, but still, I shouldn't have missed that. Okay, so I have king f2, and then h4. Okay, let's bring that king in. I'm not happy that I missed bishop h3. I'm not. That's if you could epitomize. Is that a word? Epitomize? Is that a word? Somebody look it up. If you could epitomize, why do I think that's a word? Like a 1500 online player. That's like their move, right? Okay, so do I want h3? Do I want h4? I would prefer h4 in a way because it's on a dark square. So long term, that's better for me. And then I always have g3 if I have to. So I am actually going to play that. So it is a word, right? I'm not going crazy. Well, maybe I'm going crazy, but at least it's a word. So I've got rook fe1. I've got c4. I don't want this on a light square. Hiccups. So we're going to go to e1. Then he's going to double up here because he wants to hit. So he's going to go. He's deciding. Yeah, see, it's so easy to read. Okay, that's a little bit of a problem for me. So I can go g3 and then I can bring the rook back. I could bring the rook back right away. But I'm going to put it on a dark square. And then I always have like knight f1 if I have to and stuff. So I am going to play g3. He can double up if he wants to. Again, I don't want this to be on a light square. Can I let him take and then... No, I don't think that's going to work. I could defend it directly. But here, I actually will put it on a light square. I don't love doing that, but... Okay, I could sack a pawn and improve this one. If he comes in here, I can get this one at some point. Like that might... I wonder if that's too much. It's interesting though. Or you can always take with the f pawn, so that makes no sense for that reason. Okay, so we can go f4, and then he doubles up. Whoops, he doubles up in the g file. I can still defend that. So this should be the move. And yeah, we have different ways to defend. We have rook e3 and rook g1. Actually, I might even be able to push, and then if he takes, there's a check here. He can't, because there's tactics, so he can't take it. He would have to move his king somewhere, and then I can go check. But he's too active there. I don't want to allow that. So I think maybe rook e3. I like having a rook on the e file here. So let's do that. And then I don't know if I want to go rook at e1 or again e5. Yeah, because I'm right in here for... I can also... Yeah, so what about e5? He gets this, so... Okay, so let's double up then. And then maybe e5 takes... Oh, I can never recapture. He's still on it, so I have to go knight f1. Okay, but... Yeah, so... I don't know if I don't know. I should have thought longer there because there's always rook g3. I really don't want rook g3. Okay. So he's threatening d4. Do I want to allow him to play that? I highly doubt it. So I might have to play c3 here. And then he can still do this. I don't love this. I don't love this. Not in love. Not in love. Not in love. He can always go to d8 when he wants to. This is a weak pawn. Why did I intentionally make a mistake? Because I only go to 41. That's what I said. I do puzzle streak as a warm-up. So I set 51 as my goal. And then if I hit that. Okay, so we could trade here. And I am going to trade this. Yes, he can maybe grab this pawn later. But we are certainly happy to trade here. Why not higher? Why not make it 500? Because you got to set a stop point so I can play some games. Okay, so we have to take with the rook. My point. I'm not trying to get the highest score I can in Puzzle Streak. It's a warm up. I do it at the start of every session. Okay, do we want to be passive? I really don't. I really don't want to be passive. Is this the thing? I gotta play quicker here. I don't want to play passive, but I'm aiming for the C6 pawn. I don't think I'm that good at Puzzle Streak. I'm not really good at puzzles. I can't. Okay, so I am so passive. I hate it. Okay, so can I go here? Go for the H pawn. Is this a move? And then bring up the king. Oh, but then my rook is getting a little claustrophobic. So maybe here. And then this is, oh no, he still comes here though. What am I doing? Okay, maybe, oh shit. Because this is a threat. I might be dead here. Can I go here and then he's always coming this way though. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. Check. And I'm dead. I might have to give up this pawn. Okay, we're going to go here. Oh, I burned a lot of time there. Can I give up this pawn? Okay, I'm going to stay here. This is going to be next. Okay, let's just do this here. Okay, I think I'm holding, but I'm so low on the clock. Look at the time difference. Oh God, why did I spend like 10 hours on that move? Why did I spend 10 hours on that? Why? Now he goes rook a8 or there. Why did I spend 10 hours there? Why am I playing so slow? Whoa, 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 whoa. And now we flag. Why am I spending 20 seconds per move when I have no time? Why do I do that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Why do I do that? I'm disgusted with myself. I just played so slow. This was such a pain, this e5 pawn, to have to defend. And now I got 14 seconds. And I'm probably losing too, which doesn't help matters. This was an annoying game. I'm very annoyed at this game. Just improve the king. I don't know. He played well and fast. What? Okay, I'm gonna go straight to the engine on that one. Oh, he's provisional too. Extra annoying. Extra annoying. Yeah, 86. Yeah, he's 20. He's 2400. He has wins over NMs. It's very annoying. Yeah. I'm gonna block him. It's just not correctly rated. Okay. Sorry, it's frustrating when you play against someone like that. I want an accurate rating opponent. I don't mind losing, but I don't like losing to somebody has not a proper rating. Okay, so I did fine until the middle game, and then I got outplayed. So here, it doesn't like my e5 push. It wants to go a3 or knight c4. I don't know what the plan is here. What's the plan? Or rook c3. Who the hell is playing rook c3? What is that, just to be able to play a3 again? What the hell is the plan here? Whoops. A3? What is the point? Well, how are we ever attacking c5 though? Knight c4. It's to attack d6. But then why would this rook be moved? Like, why not play knight c4 here? Because now it can be attacked. See you later, Mimzovich. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I don't know. This is a crazy, weird plan by the computer. I don't understand what it wants from me here. Yeah, I can't really follow that. But it didn't like what I did here. And I did miss d5, I think. At least, yeah, the problem here, I think, is that e5 requires a bit of babysitting. It's equal, but I don't know. This is above my pay grade. This is above my pay grade. This rook c3 move is so strange to me. I don't. And then a3. I mean, it'll like b4. Maybe it's a hit c6. So what if he instead? What if black played like bishop d7, knight c4? Let's just say he passes the move back. Then it wants to attack this. Yeah. So I think one of the main ideas, but it makes rook c3 look weird, is to hit d6. Right? Because we put a knight on c4, we put a rook on d1, and then we have d6. I think that's the plan by the computer. And if we don't play rook c3, like if I just made... Well, again, I don't understand a3 either. I don't, like, why not a4? And then go for this idea again. This apparently would have been okay. I don't know. It's not simple to me, but at least there is an idea. Once he pushed the c7 pawn, yeah, maybe I could have looked at this as being attackable. Oh, sorry, where was it? Here. Yeah, once he brought the bishop back, because now he has to play rook d8 to defend it. if I come here immediately and then bishop a6, I don't know. It's not so simple at all. It's really not simple. And then this was all equal, but I got low in the clock, and I screwed up around here. It wants me to play c4, and then if I didn't like this because of d4, but the computer says, well, just move the rook and you're fine. He has no way to attack the e pawn, which is pretty crazy. If we go here and then he brings the king to f4, we can just check it, I think. So it wanted c4 there. Here I'm still holding. I'm still pretty equal. And this was the final blunder because, yeah, c5, his pawns are too strong. So the only move really that the computer suggests here is rook f3. And what's the point? After c5, then we can hit c. I don't know. I don't understand. These moves are not simple at all. I mean, this is. I'm frustrated. I don't mind losing the game because my opponent just outplayed me. But it's frustrating not really learning anything after analyzing it. That's honestly what frustrates me the most. Yeah, because then it wants to go rook c2, and if he defends it with his king, well, I guess his king is defending f7. And what? I guess he can't come here because I don't know. I don't really. It's complicated, guys. I think I'm going to end it there early, and it's not because I'm tired, because I'm actually not that tired. It's out of frustration, believe it or not. Because those two games, I guess I won the first game, I lost the second game, but both those games I didn't really learn much from them, despite making a lot of mistakes. And yes, I could spend more time looking into it more deeper, but especially the second game, I don't think on how I could have improved, I don't think they were simple. Like, they're not simple. Like this whole rook c3 idea, my opponent, like I just got outplayed, and it's frustrating not taking away something from the game, like anything. I don't know what I could take away from the game. Yeah, so it's all kind of frustrating. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed the f pawn. Like if I made some other move instead. What can we do that's better? And then it wants to just defend passively. I mean, we do get this break with g4 that we don't get if I had played f4, and then if black just makes a random move. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was simple. Yeah, it's just frustrating not being able to take anything away from the game. I hate that so much. One of the most frustrating things for me in chess. And there's a lot of things that frustrate me. So the only thing that I can remember in the future is really in the first out of the two games is that c4 instead of d4. It's like a little improvement. I forgot about that, but that's an opening thing. I don't really want to. I mean, it'd be better to learn things that aren't just in a specific opening. I don't play the King's Indian. No. I never did play it. And then, yeah, so I'm just looking at this first game again. Yeah, I mean, I missed how powerful rook b8 was here. But then even this final thing, yeah. Okay, sorry, I'm kind of losing my train of thought here. I'm going to end it there again. I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream will be longer, for sure. Anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by. Take it easy. See you next time.